class. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. Fine, thank you. And
Hi,
you?
Jorge. I'm fine. Monica. Monica, how are you today?
Fine, teacher. Thank you. How are you? How are you, Jorge?
Fine, very fine. Working.
Okay, everybody is fine, very happy. Today, we are going to talk about a special topic. The topic today, I'm going to share with you the screen. The topic is natural disasters. Um, and before talking about this topic, I would like to share some images. I want to share something with you. Wait a minute, please. What did you know? What do you know about natural disasters? What do you read about this topic? Can you tell me, please? What can you tell me about natural disasters, Jorge?
Teacher, I searched the natural disaster in earthquake, tsunami, tornado, and drought.
Yes. Drop,
Is
drop.
drought,
Yes.
drought is a different word, the natural disaster, and I I was investigate the
I was
natural
investigating.
disaster.
I was investigating, Jorge.
I was investigating a natural disaster in the Giron 2005
Yes.
on February 12th. The continuous rains generate the overflow,
Generates. Yes.
generate
Yes.
the overflow, the auto river in the town of Giron, for
Yes.
which the water destroyed nine uh, neighborhoods,
Yes. Neighborhood. Yes.
neighborhoods. In
Our
addition,
neighbors.
the two suburban areas of Giron and the Madrid coffee sector. Mm,
Yes.
in the specific sector, Convivir, Galán, then the industrial Chimita is the business coffee.
Yes.
In Bucaramanga, uh, I only 1 year late, the total number of victims was
Victims.
obtained.
Mm-hmm.
Victims was obtained, rushing 30,000, including 26 deaths, dates, and losses of 200 billion.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Another disaster in 1899, Armenia, the
Armenia.
Herakei, Armenia, is
Yes.
on January 25 in the
Yes.
1999, when intensive
1999. Mm-hmm.
1999 with an intensity of 6.4 degrees
Oh,
of the Richter scale
scale.
is,
Mm-hmm.
scale is a natural disaster that affected 18 cities and 28 towns in the departments of the Coffee region,
Yes,
and
coffee region.
to a lesser degree, the cities of Pereira and Manizales, about 60% of the existing structures in
Yes.
Armenia collapsed due to the large number of old buildings built without technical requirements, and they lack of urban planning and the land studies. The hierarchy initially killed and thousand people.
Yes.
No more. Sure.
Okay. Very good, Jorge. I can see that you were researching and you got a lot of information about natural disaster. Okay, thank you, Jorge. Luz Monica, did you research something about natural disaster?
Yes, teacher, but my investigation is more general. It's a about natural disasters. Natural disasters are catastrophic events with atmospheric, geological, or um, hydrological origin. Natural disasters is like a tragedy because affect the population or some areas uh, with a big problem. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Did you finish, Monica?
Okay. Natural disaster can cause fatalities, property damage, and social environment disruption.
Yes, yes.
So, um, there are many types of, of natural disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic activity, flood,
Flood, flood,
flood, flood,
flood.
extreme temperatures, wildfires, cyclones, typhoons. It's all, teacher.
Yes, there are many natural disasters. Okay, did you finish, Monica?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you. I can see that you were researching too. Thank you, Monica, very well. And now I want to show you a video about natural disasters, but you have to keep in mind because at the end of the video, we have a test, okay? So you have to keep in mind the first sentence about each one, okay? Keep in
Okay.
mind the first sentence of the disaster because at the end of the video, you are going to have a test, okay? It's something like a game. It's a game, okay? It's a game. Can you see the screen? Yes?
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Yes, teacher.
Wait a minute.
Yes, teacher, I
Okay,
should
we are
your
going to learn about
screen.
some natural disasters, and at the end, we have a test. This test is something like a game, okay?
Earthquake. The earthquake is shaking the ground. Rumbling and tumbling, shaking and quaking. Hurricane.
Hurricane.
The hurricane is blowing in from the sea. Blowing and pouring, blowing and pouring. Tornado.
Tornado.
The tornado is twisting across the prairie. Twirling and whirling, twisting and turning. Thunderstorm. The thunderstorm is lighting up the dark forest. Flashing, cracking, shaking, rumbling. Flood. The Jeep is pushing through the flood. Pouring, flowing, rushing.
Okay, we are not going to begin the quiz yet because I want you to learn vocabulary about the things
Earthquake.
that can cause each one of these.
The earthquake is shaking the
Each one
ground.
of these disaster. Okay, it is necessary you to learn how to use the different words that we are watching in this video in order to use them maybe in a natural conversation, or we don't know, you are in a place and we have a natural disaster, you can use the different kind of words. Okay, so the first one, that is earthquake, you can see here.
Earthquake.
Okay, let's stop here. Earthquake. Monica, read please. Read please the sentences.
Earthquake. The earthquake is shaking the ground, rumbling and tumbling, shaking and.
Okay, these words, the earthquake is shaking the ground. When you read shaking the ground, I suppose that you imagine what this word means, shaking. Remember that shake, okay?
Yes,
When you move
shaky, shaky.
something, okay?
Yes.
What did you say?
No, shaking is like the Daddy Yankee song. It's shaky, shaky, shaky.
Okay, okay.
It's a move, yeah?
Shaking the ground, rumbling and tumbling, shaking and quaking. Okay, ahora viene otra. Okay, we have now another word. Rumbling and tumbling. Okay, these are words that maybe you don't know the meaning. Shaking, moving, okay? The same that moving. Rumbling and tumbling. Rumbling, retumbando. And
Okay.
tumbling, shaking and quaking. Rumbling, tumbling. Okay, what can you imagine with these words? Sacudiéndose, temblando, okay? Rumbling and tumbling, retumbando, dando vueltas, sacudiéndose and temblando at the end, and
The earthquake is shaking the ground. Rumbling and tumbling, shaking and quaking.
quaking. Shaking and quaking, okay? Shaking and quaking, sacudiéndose y temblando, quaking, okay?
Hurricane. The hurricane is blowing in from the sea.
Okay, hurricane is blowing from the sea. Blowing, hurricane. Jorge, in San Andres Island, you live many hurricanes, okay? Jorge,
Repeat, teacher.
in San Andres Island, I'm telling you that you live many hurricanes, okay? Because it's an island. A hurricane is blowing in front the sea, blowing in front the sea. Okay, blowing, you know, when we have a
Yes.
lot of air, okay? Air moving,
Oh, okay,
okay?
teacher. Yes. The word The hurricane is
Hurricane,
blowing.
hurricane, hurricane.
Hurricane.
Yes,
Hurricane.
hurricane.
Oh,
Blowing in from the
hurricane.
sea. Okay, remember blowing. Blowing is when the air is moving around you. Okay, soplando. Okay, soplando. Cuando el viento sopla.
Okay.
Hurricane is blowing, blowing in from the sea.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. The next.
Okay.
Sea.
Sure.
Blowing and pouring. Blowing and pouring.
Soplando y vertiendo. Soplando y soplando.
Tornado.
Tornado.
The tornado is twisting across the prairie.
Okay,
Twirling and whirling.
remember this word.
Across the prairie.
Twisting. Twisting across the prairie. The tornado. Twisting. You remember a game that is Twister? Twister, that you have to
Yes.
adopt different positions. Do you remember this game? Twister.
We yes,
That is
teacher.
okay. Twisting.
Use the hands and two and feet and feet.
Different positions. You have to get different positions in this game. Twister. So you listen it here. The tornado is twisting across the prairie. Retorciendo, el tornado, retorcerse. Usted sabe, you know that it is something that turn around, okay? Remember a tornado, turn around, retorciéndose, ¿no? Por dando vueltas y vueltas, okay? Twisting across the prayer, Twisting across the prayer, a través de la pradera, okay? Across the prayer, pradera.
Twirling and whirling. Twisting and turning. Thunderstorm. The thunderstorm is lighting up the dark.
Thunderstorm. The thunderstorm is lighting up the dark forest. Thunderstorm. You can see a light that is lighting up the dark forest. Now come flashing.
Dark forest.
Cracking.
Flashing, cracking, striking, rumbling.
You know, lighting. O sea, como alumbrando en la oscura, ¿verdad? En el oscuro bosque tenemos flashing. You know flashing? Titilar, flashing. When the lights are flashing, the lights are titilando, ¿ok? Las luces están titilando. The lights are flashing, están titilando las luces, ¿ok? Flashing.
Okay.
Flood.
Cracking.
The Jeep is
cracking, and in this case, I would say that is cracking. They have not just one meaning. It depends of the situation or it depends of the word, okay, of the sentence. Cracking, it can be agrietamiento, crujiendo, okay. In this case,
pushing through the flood.
chasqueando.
Pouring, flowing, rushing.
In this case, the Jeep is pushing through the flood. The Jeep is pushing through the flood. You understand, Monica, Jorge? The Jeep is pushing through the flood. Okay? Pushing. Como si estuvieran dando, empujando. Push, empujar. In this case, the Jeep is pushing. And empujándose, andando a través ¿de qué? Del agua, o sea, que está flotando un poco. Flood. Okay? So, let's continue.
Pouring, flowing, rushing.
Vertiendo, fluyendo, flowing, rushing, corriendo. Okay, now it's time for a quiz. Now we are going to see if you were paying attention to the video and the natural disasters. Okay, let's see. Number 1.
The earthquake is shaking the ground. The hurricane is blowing in from the sea. The tornado is twisting across the prairie. The thunderstorm is lighting up the dark forest. The Jeep is pushing through the flood.
Okay, the idea is that you can set the beginning of the sentence, okay?
The tornado is twisting
You have to
across the
set the
prairie
beginning of the sentence. Okay,
through the
let's do it
flood.
again. I want you to keep in mind the first
Pouring,
sentence.
flowing,
And
rushing.
you can say that, okay? Monica and Jorge.
Yes.
Number 1. Sentence number
The
1. Monica,
earthquake
the earthquake,
shaking,
yes.
rumbling,
No, the earthquake is shaking the... Jorge, help Monica. Help to Monica, please.
Teacher, the number
earthquake
1
is shaking.
earthquake.
Yes, the earthquake.
The earthquake is
Shaking.
cracking.
Shaking.
Shaking.
See? The ground. Shaking the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
The earthquake is shaking the ground.
Good, see? Very easy. Okay, number 2, Jorge. Jorge, number 2. The hurricane. The hurricane. The hurricane. Jorge, we can't hear. I don't hear.
Is across to the pradera.
No.
The hurricane is across the pradera. Is you listening, teacher?
No, Jorge. The hurricane, Monica, do you remember?
The hurricane blowing
Is
blowing and
blowing.
putting
Is blowing.
is blowing and putting.
You have the sentence in the screen. The hurricane is blowing.
In front of the sea.
In front the sea. Oh my God. You have the answer in the screen. Okay, you have the answer
Teacher,
on the
do you
screen.
listen to me?
Yes, you have the answer
Okay.
here. Wait. Okay. Okay, the next.
The hurricane is blowing in from the sea.
Okay, this. The tornado. Tornado. The tornado.
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 Is across pradera.
Jorge, Monica first.
The tornado.
Tornado.
The tornado twisting
Is twisting
across
Across
across the prairie,
the prayer.
prairie,
The prayer.
it prays.
Excellent, Monica. Let's see.
The tornado is twisting across the prairie.
The tornado is twisting across the prairie. Very well,
Yes,
Monica.
praise.
The next, Jorge.
The turn the stop
Oh,
is mm, no
Jorge,
chamo.
vamos. The thunderstorm
The is lighting in the
lighting,
dark,
lighting up.
lighting up in the dark night.
Dark
Yes.
forest.
Night.
Forest. No, the
Okay.
dark forest.
The
Okay.
dark.
The thunderstorm is lighting up the dark forest.
Excellent. Monica, the next.
The jeep to push so
Excuse me, Monica. The jeep is pushing
the jeep is pushing us so
through
the flow
through the
through the
flood,
flow the
through the
flow
flood, through the
the flood.
flood. Excellent, Monica. Good memory.
The jeep is pushing through the flood.
The jeep is pushing through the flood. Excellent. Okay, it was a very easy exercise, I think. You could practice, keep in mind some words about natural disasters. Excellent, Monica. Excellent, Jorge. Good students. Okay, now we are going to continue with another one exercise. This is an easy exercise. This. Okay, understand the details, match the pictures with the words. We are going to match the pictures with the word. You have different words here. Okay, you have earthquake, snowstorm, avalanche, forest fire, landslide, flood, volcanic eruption, storm, hurricane, drought, tornado. Okay? Okay, Jorge, picture number 1.
Teacher, the picture number one is the 1 second, please. The storm.
Storm or snowstorm? You can say it's snowing. Storm or a snowstorm?
Storm or snowstorm?
I would say a snowstorm.
Storm.
This snowstorm. Okay.
Snowstorm.
Yes, snowstorm. You have idea. You said storm. It's a snow. You can see it's snowing. If you see, if you watch the picture, it's snowing. Okay? Snowstorm. Storm. Monica, picture number 2. People is running because something is coming.
Avalanche.
Avalanche. Excellent, Monica. The next, Jorge. I can see fire.
Teacher,
fire here.
please, you can to the move the screen sky.
Okay, yes. I'm going to see
see
if I can do that.
I can to see that.
I'm not sure. I don't know how to move this. I don't know how to move
picture,
the Jorge. Third picture, yes, I can see fire.
Forest fire.
And trees,
Forest
yes. Forest fire, yes. This is number 4, picture number 4, Monica. I can see that the things are moving.
Earthquake.
Earthquake. Earthquake. Excellent, Monica. Number 5, Jorge. Picture number 5.
Is the picture float?
Excuse me? Yes, this picture.
Float?
Float.
Picture
Float.
is float.
Float. Yes. Okay, excellent. Monica, number 6.
Yes. Oh, volcanic eruption? No,
Volcanic
it's
volcanic erosion? No. Try to watch very well
no,
the
it's
when when the earth break, the earth break.
the break. Mm,
Okay, the earth is
la-
opening. Maybe you understand what I say. Opening. The earth is opening.
yes, but I'm
First
not
word?
sure, teacher.
Hmm? You don't know.
I think
Jorge,
is
No,
Jorge,
the
help Monica.
cake. I
What?
think is the era cake.
Hurricane? No. Hurricane, no. Land,
it's
Okay.
Monica, Jorge. Landslide. Landslide.
land is the
Yes,
okay.
landslide. Okay. There is
Okay.
opening or there is breaking. Okay, landslide. Okay, here,
Okay.
Jorge. Next, number 7.
Teacher, hurricane. Hurricane.
Eruption. Monica, agree?
Hurricane is the picture.
Hurricane, hurricane,
Hurricane.
Yes.
hurricane.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
The picture A is it's hurricane.
Okay. The next, Monica.
The next picture is volcanic eruption.
Volcanic eruption. Yes. Jorge,
Mm,
the earth, this is the earth, is dry, dry, dry. How to say that?
Drop
Drought, drought.
or
Excellent. Okay,
hurricane.
this and the next,
Tornado.
tornado. Okay, tornado. And this,
Mm,
Drop. I think.
excuse me, storm.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
storm.
Okay, excellent exercise. You did it very well. I think that you are good students. Excellent. Okay, now we are going to see an exercise and you have to use some verbs to complete the situation. If this is a writing, we are going to say this story. Pictures 1-5 show a story. Write what you see. In this case, we are going to write. We are going to talk. Okay, this is an oral exercise. Use present, past, and future sentences. Okay, we are going to see the story and we are going to say what was happening in this situation. Okay, we have 5 images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to see the story and imagine what happened in this case. Okay, okay, you have some minutes, 2 or 3 minutes to think about this. This is a mountain. Okay, this is a mountain. You can see something like an accident. After that, you can see what happens here and at the end, okay?
Okay.
Okay, try to think, imagine the situation, what happened here? This is something like sees different situations, create a story, okay? You can go writing, and after you can read that, after you read your story, you can go writing if you want. Write your story, and you can read it. Okay, are you ready? Or one more minute?
No.
Okay,
One
go write.
minute, please.
Write your story. Okay, are you ready? Jorge and Monica, or no yet?
No yet, teacher.
No yet? Okay.
No,
Okay,
no, I
go
try to.
ahead, go ahead. Try to finish the story. You have to
Okay.
describe one by one the images. Jorge, Jorge, Jorge maybe is concentrated.
Mhm.
I'm trying to take some picture of the class because sometimes you know that lights went out. We don't know. It is necessary to take some pictures, some evidences. Okay, are you ready or no yet?
So.
Ready? Jorge, are you ready?
Teacher,
Yes or
I
no yet?
yes.
Yes?
So
Okay,
yes,
you know, yes, you can
yes, teacher.
recreate,
I don't sure.
Just you have to recreate a short story, not something long. It's okay.
Okay,
Okay,
teacher.
who wants to begin?
Me.
Okay, Monica. Okay, Monica, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Two, stud- two students visit a reservation and they decide to clean the beach. And one of them slide and fall off.
Mm,
The student stay the night in the reservation, and in the morning the emergency rescue pick up
rescue, rescue.
rescue.
Okay,
I'm
excellent,
not sure
rescue.
pick up pick up pick up.
Ah, okay.
I think it's a lot word.
Mm, I don't understand that word. Can you write, please, in the chat that word? Ah, coach, coach.
In the in the
Oh,
in the morning the emergency rescue. In the
rescue.
morning the emergency rescue pick up
Ah, pick up, pick up. Oh,
pick up
yes,
pick
pick
up.
up. Okay, I was not understanding the word because the sound was not well. Okay, pick up. Excellent, excellent. Okay, Monica, short but very good. Okay, thank you. Jorge, continue. Jorge, continue. Jorge, are you ready? Maybe Jorge has problem with the connections. Cannot listen to us. Okay, vamos. Let's see. Jorge. Jorge. Okay, Monica. Um, maybe Jorge has problems with the connection. We are, we will try to continue and maybe if he get a solution, he can explain what he recreated. Okay? Let's continue with the next exercise. Let's try to do something. In this short story, we are telling what happened to Mark and Ed. They have names, okay? Here I am telling you what happened with them. So I want you to use some verbs in order to create the story, in order to complete the story, okay?
Yes,
Um,
yes,
please begin, please, Monica. I will help you.
yes. You cannot imagine what happened to Mar
Two
and Ed.
friends.
Okay, wait, Monica. Jorge, we
Also,
were waiting for you. What happened? What happened, Jorge?
no,
Jorge,
it's going
yeah,
again.
Jorge, that is what I was telling you, Monica. Maybe his connections are not good in this moment. Okay, let's continue with the exercise. You cannot imagine what happened in past tense, okay?
Past
Happened,
tense.
Teacher, you
Okay.
listen to
What?
me?
yes,
Excuse
Jorge,
me.
yes.
I have a back signal.
I was
Excuse me.
supposing that. Okay, okay, we are ready for
My shirt.
listening.
Okay. Two friends. One of them is and the right. Nick is talk. They call 911 emergency, but
Emergency.
they cannot get to where they are that they must spend then they light a bonfire and look at the stars while they spend the night. The next day they are rescued in a helicopter.
Excellent. In a helicopter. Mm. Jorge. Mm.
This is my story.
Jorge, I could not listen the last of your story, the last sentences. Hello, Jorge.
Teacher, do you listen?
Yes, now I can hear you. Yes. Okay, can you repeat the last sentences of your story, please? Jorge.
The last sentence.
Yes, the last. The end of your story, the end. Can you repeat the end, please?
The next day they are
When the helicopter arrived, what happened?
they are go to no teacher.
Excuse me? They what?
They will go to the no more.
Hospital? To the hospital? Okay, but
Yes,
at the end, I
the
think that the
helicopter.
story was very nice. Jorge, you create a good story. Thank you. Thank you. Now we are going to continue with the last exercise. Our last exercise for today is this. This is the story. You are going to complete it with some verbs according to the time that you can see here. We are going to complete the story, okay? Monica is going to begin and you continue, Jorge. Monica, begin, please.
Okay.
Okay,
You cannot imagine what happened to Mark and Ed.
Excellent. Monica, stop. Jorge, continue. Jorge.
2 weeks ago they was climbing the rocks.
Wait, Jorge, 2 weeks ago, they were, remember that this is the
Two,
past time, past continue. They
okay,
were climbing, past continuous, okay? They were climbing
okay, teacher.
the rocks.
They were
Jorge,
climbing the rocks.
Jorge, I want to tell you something, one important point. We use was with I, he,
Mark,
she, it, and we use were in verb to be in the past. We use were with you, they, we, okay? So remember that, keep in mind. Okay, repeat your sentence, Jorge. Repeat, please. 2 weeks
okay,
ago,
2 weeks ago they were climbing the rocks.
climbing the rocks.
The
Okay,
rocks.
excellent. Moni, continue.
Mark fall, fall,
Excellent. Mark fell. A past. Use the past
fell,
because 2 weeks ago, o sea, 2 weeks ago, okay, that is past tense. Mark fell.
and
Continue.
broke his leg.
Okay. Jorge, continue. Jorge.
Ed decided to stay and help Mark.
Okay, okay. They decided to stay and help Mark. Or maybe you can say also Ed decided to stop and help Mark. In this case, we can use a verb that is something that we can imagine that he is with him, with his friend. Okay? The next, Monica.
When they reached the top
Reached.
of the mountain,
Reached.
reached. When they
Reached.
reached the top of when they reached to the top of the mountain, the temperature was really cold.
Okay, when they reached the top of the mountain, the temperature was really cold. Excellent. Continue, Jorge, please.
The night was really cold. It set the camping tent. The next day, a helicopter rescued.
Rescued them or rescued. Okay. Oh, the next day, a helicopter arrived. Llegó un helicóptero, arrived. You can say to
Okay.
arrived. Okay. Jorge, very well. Monica, excellent. I would like you to review the different, for the next class, we are going to review present, past, and future plans, okay? So the next class, we are
Okay.
going to talk about these topics. We are going to finish the class for today. It was, I think, very well because we are just two students. I suppose that this is enough time for the class. Uh, thank you, Jorge, Monica. It was really a nice class. Uh, that's all for today.